piece is in response to not only an ex-friend of mine, but there's a pattern here. Pretty much any white person with a supremacist mindset who has tried to tell me that I'm ashamed to be white.
Oh, that bastard on Facebook. Sorry.
Yep, that's him. Who the fuck are you talking to? You must not be talking to me, because if you knew me, you wouldn't invite me to fight you with words that could cripple every notion for emotion from your body that screams lightning beams, sending signals to my brain reminding me while I refrain from ignorance. You bring arguments to me like I'm still a kid who likes to bid on who hid the best in hide and go seek, while your beak is leaking with reeking racism that you use for pacifism, with a masochism of thoughts that can make a bone bite back at any dog that try to bury it alive. You have a viewpoint, far-fetched from a new joint. Don't sit there and act like you don't know what I mean. Don't sit there and pretend you're a friend to people different than you. Don't sit there and deceive me to believe you actually give a shit about the context of a situation when the publication doesn't suit you, like the pinstripe privilege you refuse to even amuse the idea that you could survive without. I refuse to amuse the idea that you could be without. Judge it by the traction of your actions, the verses full of curses, the names you attach to blame, the people you treat like needles in a haystack. You'll deal with them when you absolutely have to. Even then, you find a reason to turn common sense into common treason. You can't see past your own nose of convenience. I wish I could be lenient with you, but that's impossible, because my esophagus starts to feel clogged up when I see a person trying to hog up the spotlight of something they don't know a damn thing about. You got it so bad, but you never had to think about it. Unjust time for nonviolent crime. Driving while black, even if in the back. Looking like a thug that must be on drugs. Practicing facial expression so the racial opposition doesn't think you're competition. Being a criminal because brown skin is subliminal. Never is there a time for a whistle, especially when carrying Skittles. I could go on and on forever, educating on the hating in society will monopolize propriety. You have no problem with compliancy. You benefit more than ever, but here you still want to cry to me. Who the fuck are you talking to? Just because someone looks like me, they know everything about me? I'm ashamed to be white because I don't burn crosses at night? I'm ashamed of my race because 3 fists never should have been in the first place? I'm ashamed of my skin because I don't think it's exempt from the pen? I'm ashamed of my color because it doesn't have to match my child's mother? I'm ashamed of my culture because, unlike you, I'm not a vulture? You know what the problem is? We're the definition of punk-ass white.